Hey there, Faichenk here with a quick video on Facebook's best practice checklist, which you can find at the link you can see up here in the video. Pause the video and type it in, or I'll leave the link somewhere down below, and so you can see this best practice checklist for yourself. Now, it turns out it looks personalized, but it's not really personalized. There is one fundamental truth behind this whole checklist, and that is really they're trying to encourage you to let them do what they're good at and stop you from interfering in Facebook ads. What I mean by this is that Facebook's algorithm has gotten so good that it is no longer necessary, it's almost counterproductive to try to beat their algorithm, try to squeeze out a few extra pennies, which incidentally you should not be doing anyway. As an entrepreneur, your job is to create marketing funnels and systems that sell and serve your clients. Your job is not to squeeze out a few pennies out of Facebook ads. Now, the reason behind this is that over the last couple of years, their algorithm has developed to such a degree that right now they know better than you are, than you know, in almost all cases, where in their vast database your ideal prospects are. So you really should be leaving all the bidding to them, and instead of you going in and saying, you know, I'm layering in browser behavior and whether the people use iPhones and their annual household income and interests and the pages they might be interested in, you ignore all of that and instead you go in and simply tell Facebook, this is roughly what I'm interested in, and they will take care of the rest. Now, how do you tell them what it is you're interested in? Well, I'll show you down below, because they tell you in their best practice checklist. There are basically three things you need to focus on, and then one is the advert objectives, the second one the audience targeting, and the last one is track and measure, whereas you can almost ignore the last one. The first two are the important ones. Before I quickly show you what they are about, basically they're telling you right up front that you should be doing one thing. I'll show you a couple of case studies, or there are 3 case studies down below, success stories they call them. Basically, when you look at these, what you'll see here it says conversion optimized, and that is a very, very subtle hint, not subtle at all. Here it says lead ads, and then the last one, let's see, also these user lead ads. Now, when you go to this page, you will see a mix of conversion optimized or lead ads. Depending when you come and refresh this page, sometimes it's 2 lead ads, sometimes it's 1 lead ads, but that's basically what it is. It's conversion optimized and lead ads, and it turns out the technology behind it is very, very similar, because the lead ads measure who signs up. So it's a conversion, just like the conversion optimized ad. So when you now scroll up and look at the advert objectives, that's basically what they want you to do. Choose conversions or lead ads, or lead generation is the same as conversion from a technical perspective, or very similar. The principle behind it is the same. Or you use traffic objective. Now, the traffic objective basically says, well, if you cannot at the moment measure conversions, then please send people to your website, and we'll then take those who have a meaningful interaction with your website and try to send you more of those. So conversion is when you say, look, I've got an email, a newsletter people can sign up for, or a webinar they can sign up for, or even something for sale. That's a conversion. You can measure this. And if you can do that, that is wonderful, because then Facebook knows, well, here is a pool of people who convert. Let me send you more of those. And only if you don't have that in place, then use the traffic objective, because now you can say, well, although they don't convert, I have people who stay on my site and they engage with my site, and as a result, I'd like to have more of those, because the likelihood of them later on converting into a buyer or someone who signs up are of course much higher than those who come to your website and go, whoa, I'm not interested, and they bounce off. And that's why in step number 2, the audience targeting, and incidentally, when you then click on here, it just explains to you exactly what I've just told you. The audience targeting, what they're saying is, well, please use information from your pixel. There you go. That's exactly what they're saying in step 1. Please use our pixel to give us the information we need to optimize everything for you. Because the pixel both measures conversions as well as people going to your website. That's what the pixel does. It's a piece of code that does 2 things. One is measure conversions. The other one, see how people interact with your site in a meaningful way. And that's it. So you please, please, please use that information from the pixel to reach the right people. You give it a starting point, and then you take it from there. no need to go into, you know, the whole custom audiences and lookalike audiences. That's later on, and that's very, very important stuff. But it's all based on really saying everything I build is based on this one thing, namely I want conversions. And I want conversions because A, it's good for business, but also because it's great for Facebook. You're now giving Facebook all the information it needs. The tracking and measuring, in the good old days, you kind of had to day trade your ads. You had to go in and go, ooh, you know, this is working, this isn't working. Those days are pretty much over. You go in, you set up your campaign, and because Facebook wants to have those conversions, you need to give it some time. I mean, yes, if you have tons and tons and tons of traffic and you have a $1,000 daily budget, you'll have those conversions very, very quickly. And then, of course, you can go and micromanage or day trade your ads. But in general, if you have a smallish budget, a daily budget, let's say 20, 30, 40, 50 bucks, maybe 100, then, you know, it'll take some time to get those conversions. And as a result, all this tracking and measuring is a thing of the past. You go, you set it up, and you wait patiently. And the moment you start getting those conversions, Facebook will take over and do the rest for you. So there you go. That's it in a big nutshell, in a 6-minute nutshell. The best practice checklist, it looks personalized. It isn't personalized. It's the same for everybody. It's for us entrepreneurs who want to leverage the power of Facebook, because let's face it, almost everybody has their ideal clients somewhere on Facebook. The question is, how do we find them? And the answer is by letting Facebook do what it is they are built for, namely, you know, finding in their huge database who is a good fit for you. If you'd like more information like this, head on over to veitschenk.com. And yes, I know that's hard to spell, so there's a link down below, or you'll see it on the screen, and you will find plenty of information over there. Cheers. Bye.